never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku was a info broker, part 0. Now I'm gonna run some background chat. A little background on Asashi and Inko. Now Asashi Midoriya is the next in line to take over the Triad after his father steps down. His quirk, he's able to summon at least 2 robotic wolves, battle wolves. That's his quirk. And Inka Midoriya, she looks like normal, skinny, not fat. So I don't do fat Inkos, but she's well thin, like in the canon, how she looked before she got all stressed out and got all round and small. Her quirk, she has a form of a hacking quirk. That's how I'm gonna make, Izuku's quirk gonna work a little bit. So Inko and Asashi met after Inko got denied into UA because her quirk wasn't suited for combat. And they don't really, anything not suited to take out villains. They think hacking is, kind of criminalish. So, they didn't accept her. UA, of course. Always, passing on the cool quirks, apparently. Like the whole mind control. Monoma, I think his name was. Yeah, it was no, it was Shinzo. Oh, whatever. I don't remember his name. It's either Monoma or Shinzo. I get them mixed up sometimes, but I think it's Monoma. But he should have been at least in Class 1A. I mean, come on. All he needed is a little bit more training on hand-to-hand combat, and he would be really, he would be dangerous. Just simply talking to him, you're done. So, but, stop me rambling on about, how there's a lot of Class 1A students in Class 1B that should have been in Class 1A, but enough of me rambling on about that. This is about Izuku. As they met after, she actually did a job for the Triad because, she had to get money somehow. And her parents kicked her out for not going to UA and getting, denied. Because they wanted to use her to get money. She comes from a broken home, very sad and very vicious. I'm not going to get into that detail because we'll get it. That will be like an episode as itself. So, let's get, as Inko Midoriya, Inko met Asashi. They eventually, dated for a while after doing a couple jobs for the Triad. As eventually they got married and they had a kid, Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya is going to look like the one in the picture. All that stuff. Now let's get down to the actual story. Me rambling on for almost 4 minutes now. Oh, okay. Let's get on to it. As we're gonna skip the pregnancy and all the hospital stuff. He's around 4, and he's extremely smart for his age. As Sashi and Inko sees the TV on. It's several tapes of heroes. As a 4-year-old shouldn't be doing this, but I'm making this because he's like super genius, like he's super smart. As he has a notebook early on, as he's writing down the quirks and everything. And Asashi's like, huh, He's a little smart for his age. As Inko's like, he's probably just doodling. Izuku, it's time for bed. You've been up long enough. As Izuku's like, Izuku, I'm not done yet. As he's, he talks. I'm not sure, what age kids, start to say words. I know it's early. But, let's say he's able to form, full sentences because, he's, like, intelligent as hell. And so she's like, I can never get over that. He was talking when he was 3 years old. little bookworm we have here. As he ruffles his hair. Stop it, Dad. Stop it, Dad. As he, he tried to wave his hand off, but, he's just a little 4-year-old. He's not going to do nothing like that. And he's like, what do you got here? As, Asashi sees a notebook. He's like, that's quite, wow. You're really, pinning down a lot of All Might's quirk. And there's several other quirks, too. He's like, dear, take a look at this. These are not doodles. These are, intriguing. She looked over, she's like, he gets that from you. It's like, I never did stuff like that when I was his age. So like, yeah, I think you were, breaking into safe walls when you're around his age. And she's like, shut up, Sashi. As we're going to skip to the quirk doctor. As Asashi has his own quirk doctor on call. As he takes Inko and is Izuku. Sorry, I lost trace and thought for a second there. As he's like, he goes through the test. He's like, yeah, Mr. Midoriya, your son indeed has a quirk, but I don't know what exactly it is. It could either be yours, Mr. Midoriya, or it could be either yours, Inko, Mrs. Midoriya, or it could be combined with both. As Asashi's like, I hope it's combined. If we had a combined quirk, that would be extremely useful. As Inko gives him a mad dog look. It's like, you're not using our son like that. And so she's like, fine, wife. So when do you think he'll be able to manifest his quirk? I don't know when he's going to manifest, but it could manifest at any time. As Izuku sees, a bird fly in the window. As it's, it's going towards, Izuku. No, it's going towards his mother. As the bird's, flying towards his mother, trying to scratch her. The bird has rabies. As, she doesn't see it as Izuku looks at the bird. Mom, watch out. As he, waves his hand out, reaches his hand out as Izuku's raven assembles, or summons, or conjures, or whatever word you want me to use. Let's just go summon. At first, it's like a green outline, as it slowly gets the full form of the bird, with the metal plating and everything, as it flies towards the other bird, as it slices his head off, as it drops to the ground, as, Inko sees that, and she's like, sweetheart, is that your quirk? As, Sashi, is amazed by this, and he's like, guess he has something similar to mine. As the raven makes a noise, blacking out all electronic devices in there, as Inko's like, what? Doctor's like, what is that? Is that your son? Did he just manifest his quirk? As he's like, we need to get this tested now. As they go through the testing. It's like, after a couple of tries, seems like your son is able to use his quirk very decently. He still needs to learn how to control it. But it's quite amazing. His quirk is I've never seen. It's a bit of a combine. It's a bit of a combine with both of your quirks, actually. And some extra stuff that I've never seen before. I've never seen a quirks like this before. And so she's like, kind of wish it was a land animal, but I guess a bird would be alright. As, Inko, pinches him on the cheek. Stop that. I like birds. And he's like, of course you would. As, that little interaction happens. As he's like not really caring about quirks. He just likes studying them. He just likes to study quirks. He doesn't really care about quirks or heroes. He just finds it good for studying. Excuse me a second. As Izuku, a year later, we're gonna skip a year later. As Asashi, a year has passed, and Asashi has had several violent encounters with the Yakuzas. They're trying to barge into his turf. That sort of thing. Yeah. Alright, let's get started. As later one night, they hear large explosions, gunfire in the Midoriya compound. As several of his generals come in bleeding. Sir, it's the Yakuzas. They're attacking. As he's like, calm down. I'll handle this. Inko, come here. Yes, husband. Take the boy and get out of here. You know what to do. I'll call when it's safe. If I don't call in 24 hours, Bell, go undercover. Are you sure, Isashi? I can't just leave you here. Do what I say, woman. As he's like, fine. Come on, Izuku. As he's like, where are we going, Mom? What about Dad? Don't worry, your dad's being difficult. We'll see him later. As, Asashi's like, he ruffles his hair. He's like, don't worry, son. Take care of Mom. As, yes, Dad. As, he goes off. As he summons both of his wolves. As they rush out, as gunfire is being shot, as the wolves are, dodging them, taking out several of the Yakuzas. As he sees someone with a beak walking by. I'm just saying, Overhaul is starting his move early on. So let's just say I don't know how old he was when he took over the Yakuzas. No, let's just say he's still a kid, but the person in charge is calling the shots, and he's using him as a tool right now before he takes over. As he's like, hey, kid, kill him. As two wolves start rushing over him, as the kid taps them barely, as he runs his hands across both of them, as they, go past him. As both the wolves, this basically salt hits the ground. As the Yakuza boss is like, Asashi Midoriya, the leader of the Triad. I think it's about time I make your organization disappear. As he goes in, as he stabs Asashi in his stomach. As he's down on one knee. As, several people force him down on his knee. Kid, do your job. Take care of him. As he's like, yes, sir. He's still a kid. I don't know, he'll, whatever. As he touches Sasashi, as he turns to dust. As the guy is laughing maniacally. As he's like, you're a good tool. As, Overhaul's getting upset. As, several of the men nod at, Overhaul. As half of the men that he brought was was, part of Overhaul under his alliance. As they begin to shooting at the Yakuzas, as Overhaul, touches the boss, he's like, I had enough. I had enough playing dog for you. It's about time I take my rightful place. As he kills his own boss, becoming the leader at a younger age. As he starts laughing, he's like, anyone alive that's not on my side? No, sir. Good. Kill everyone. And she's like, find the woman, find anyone else. What about the Midoriyas? Is there any more members of their family? There's a wife and a kid. Find them and kill them. Last thing we need is the Triad to come back. I have plans. As he has a picture of a lady. It's Aries' mother. I think yeah, he has a picture of Aries' mother right now. He has a feeling that, down the line, if she has children, that, it would be interesting to keep eye on her. Her quirk is odd, so I'm not sure what Aries' mother, if she has a quirk or not, but I'm just saying, he's not a stupid kid. So as Inko, in the car as he's driving, Mom, where are we going? We're going to safe house, dear. As they're in a safe house, as Inko, in this one, Inko had black hair, but she began dyeing her hair green. That was interesting, as that happens. As we're going to skip to they've lived normally undercover in the house, in the apartment that they had in Cannon. As he went to school normally. No, she wouldn't put him in school normally. She would have him homeschool. The less interaction with the outside world, the better. As Inko's teaching him everything she knows. She's mentoring him on everything. School, hacking, all the whole 9 yards, everything she knows. And he's around first year of middle school. And she's like, come on, son. I think it's me and you should have, a celebration. As they go off to eat somewhere a little further away. It's across a bridge. Nothing happens going to the restaurant. As they eat their meal, they're celebrating, Izuku, his good job of studying. She sees him as, she knows that he's super intelligent. And she's like, I wish I could, send you to, a really high school, but it's too risky. As, Midori's like, I know, Mom. I know Dad is most likely dead. Yes, I know, sweetheart. But we can't talk here. We'll talk about this when we get home. As they're driving home, they're going across that bridge. As there's a villain attack. As Endeavor and All Might had to team up on this one because there's two villains that are a little bit tricky. As that's going on, everyone's telling them to get out of the cars, but Inko car is it's locked for some reason. She can't get out. As she hears, a beeping noise. Shit. Izuku, get over here. As the hero's like, All Might's like, you need assistance, ma'am. Yeah. Just break the window. we can't stay in this car. Ma'am, you need to stay where you are. It's very dangerous. As he goes off, damn it, hero. As she breaks the window. Izuku, I'm sorry. I love you. As she throws him out of the car. As the car explodes. As it flies up. As it hits the... It flies up upside down. As it hits the road. As several rockets hits the car. As All Might, tries to stop them. He couldn't make it. He wasn't fast enough. He was a little bit further away after that. As, Torsionori, or, All Might's going down on his knees. He's like, I can't believe I didn't. He's distraught about, having a civilian die on his watch. And Endeavor's like, what are you doing, All Might? Get your head in the game. You should know there'll be some casualties in our type of work. Get your head on the game, All Might. It's pathetic. You're supposed to be the number one hero. Where's that smile at? As they continue their job, as Inko throws him, we're gonna cut back to what she did. She broke the car window, throw Izuku off the bridge, as that's how that happened. The car explodes, he lands on the ceiling, as several rockets hit it. As you see guys in the distance with black suits, as he's like, boss, it's done. The woman and the kid's dead. Good. Was there any witnesses? No. Just two heroes. But luckily there was a villain attack. They came out across the perfect time for us to assassinate them. There's too much carnage going on. I don't think they expect anything. At least anything that will connect us to us. Good. Get back to the base. Oh, and blow up their apartment. Yes, boss. As a few hours later, there's a big explosion. Apartment complex. As several heroes and officers are they're investigating the scene. As All Might's there, as he sees a picture of a Midoriya and Inko burnt really badly. As he realized, it's that woman that, as he's kind of distraught more than that, because I need to talk to, he's going to investigate this for a little bit. As he jumps off, as he talks to, his old psychic. We're going to cut to Midoriya. As Midoriya is, he's hurt. As he's trying to swim back, his arm's a little messed up. As he finally gets to shore, as he's coughing up water. Damn it. Who did this? Who took my mother away from me? As he finds, abandoned building. As he found some, a first aid kit. As he wraps it, sets his arm back in place. He discolated. His shoulder got discolated, or whatever you like to call it. I can't pronounce it right now. My bad. His shoulder got out of place. He pops it back in place, starts screaming. As he wraps bandages around the cuts that he has on his arm. After that, he found he hasn't got the knife yet, so that's gonna be interesting. As that happens, we're gonna probably stop it there. Yeah, that's gonna stop it there. That's a good point to leave it off. Tomorrow, I'll try to, don't know what I have planned for tomorrow. I might upload another part 1 of this, or I might do the other one I think I was supposed to do Monday. Oh, no, I have nothing planned on Monday, I don't think. Oh, well, anyways, I'll upload another part of this Monday. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.